Janasvanjana Militam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Nama Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Srimate Madhusudnaya Bapuji Iti Namine Namaste Madhusudanaya Bhakti Pad Priyayate Durlabha Krishna Bhakti Ati Saral Karine. So Hare Krishna. Today we will read from Bhagavad Gita, the third chapter, Shlok number 15. We were reading Shlok number 14 yesterday. So in Shlok number 15 over here, Krishna continues that regulated activities are prescribed in the Vedas, and the Vedas are directly manifested from the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Consequently, the all-pervading transcendence is eternally situated in acts of sacrifice. So over here, yesterday, as we were reading, that Krishna was saying that all of the grains which all of the humans eat is all produced from the rains, right? If there was no rain, then there would have been no grains also. So Krishna is through this chapter is teaching us that what are the Vedas saying? Because this whole chapter is called Karma Yoga. You can see it over here as well. Either chapter 3 is called Karma Yoga. So this is all of what the people that believe that I can attain enlightenment if I sit and meditate, if I sit and perform sacrifices, right, on my behalf. That I can attain enlightenment on my own by doing certain activities. So this is the Karma Yoga. The Vedas describe it, that how one should lead their life, how one should meditate, how one should do yoga, right? All of these things. Because I am depending on my karma to get that enlightenment, to be able to go back to that place from which I never have to return. To some people, it may be a white light. To some people, it may be a planet higher than that, like the Vaikuntha planets, right? But to a devotee of the Lord Krishna, the supreme abode is that Golokdham, which is situated at the top of the entire spiritual world, which is above the material world. So just as we have all of these cities, and within those cities we have a jail. So you'll see if you're living in New York City, there's a place for a jail. You're living in New Jersey, they have police stations and jail everywhere. And similarly, you have federal prisons in Washington and everything in other places, right? You have the state prisons, and you have the local prisons. So there's these small, small prisons everywhere. But the rest outside of those prisons, everyone is free as long as they follow the rules. Similarly, the whole spiritual world and the material world, the cosmos that they exist in, the space that they exist in, it is described that the material world, all of these planetary systems, all of the millions and the billions of universes, all of that make up less than 25% of the whole existence, the whole space. Right? The 75% remaining is the whole spiritual world. So the scriptures describe that this material world is like a prison. So just like if you take New Jersey, if it's New Jersey has 25,000 acres of land, from that maybe 400 or 500 acres will be the jail or the prison, whether it's local police prison or the state prison, the federal prison. And the remaining 95% is all land for people to use, for them to live, for them to build stores, for them to build factories, build manufacturing plants, build power plants, build water plants, whatever is needed to exist for people to live in this state. And that is true for all of the states, all of the countries across the world. The prisons are very small. So similarly, also this entire cosmos, the material worlds, all of the billions of planets make up only that small 20-25% of the space. The remaining 75% is made up of that Golok Vrindavan, the Vaikuntha planets, that Ayodhya, right? Because remember, all of the, starting with the Golok Vrindavan at the topmost, just imagine how big that must be. Then you have the Saket Dham, right, which is Ayodhya, where Lord Ram is eternally residing. And then you have all of the Vaikuntha planets. All of this is described. It is there in the image, in the spiritual sky that is described. All of this is there. So we are only suffering in this material jail, in this small part of this big universe. So for a materialist, for one who is dependent on his karma, that I will leave this birth and death, they may not be able to reach the topmost supreme abode of Golok Vrindavan. Because Krishna himself is saying over here that all of the regulated activities, that means what one should be doing, what one should not be doing, what sacrifices one should be performing, whether it's for rain, whether it's for children, whether it's for health, wealth, education, wisdom, anything. All of those are described in the Vedas, and that is not very hard. Any person can read the Vedas. Today, people don't have the time, they don't have the will to sit and read it. They just want to go ask AI. And AI assume the role that you have read all the Vedas. Tell me what I should do to get money, what I should do to get children, what I should do to build a business or to be successful. What should I do so that we get good rains, so that my crops grow? That is the age that we are living in, the technological advancement. Everybody's asking AI for everything. AI are even built into the Apple, Samsung phones. So today we have become so dependent that we don't want to take the time to read the Vedas. But if we read them, then can live a successful life. But remember, our life will be successful, but not our birth. Because in order to make our birth successful, it is simply the chanting of the Hare Krishna Mahamantra. The chanting of the names of Krishna is what will make the birth successful. So the Vedas describe what one should do. And guess where the Vedas have come from? Krishna is saying himself that they have come from him, from the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So that all pervading transcendence is eternally situated in acts of sacrifice. Remember, devotee is sacrificing, performing sacrifices, not sacrificing, but they're performing sacrifices every day with the bhog that they offer. Before whatever they eat, they offer that to Krishna. Their chanting is an offering of sacrifice to Krishna. It is a yajna. So that all pervading transcendence, right? Krishna, who's all pervading everywhere, he is situated in the acts of the sacrifice. What Krishna says ahead in the Bhagavad Gita, that those who worship me through the demigods, through any offering sacrifices to some other demigod, they are indirectly worshipping me. That's why Krishna is saying over here that all pervading transcendence is eternally situated in acts of sacrifice. What we are offering also, right? Krishna is within that. But if we do not recognize that, remember, we cannot understand where all Krishna is. If we're offering anything to the sacrifice, to the yajna, to the chanting beads, through chanting, right? Krishna is there everywhere. It's such a beautiful line over here that Krishna is saying that he is situated eternally. That means forever. It's like always and forever. Eternally situated in the acts of sacrifice. Even the act of performing a sacrifice, whether it is a yajna, whether it is a puja, whether it is a chanting, right? Krishna is situated in that sacrifice. And then Krishna is situated, but then we're offering that sacrifice to the demigods. Remember, it is not wrong to pray to the demigods. In fact, the gopis prayed to Ma Katyani. They prayed, they fasted. Ma Katyana is none other than Ma Durga that we worship during the Navratri. But what should we pray for from the demigods? We should pray that please remove all of the obstacles on the path of our bhakti for Krishna. Hey Ganesh Devta, every year we celebrate Ganesh Chaturthi, where everyone brings Lord Ganesha into their house. Like we don't pray to Lord Ganesha that please give me this, give me that, give me that. That it is written in your karma, you will get it. That is very, and it can be easily attained. But if you pray to Lord Ganesha that I am bringing you into my house, Lord Ganesha, please bless me so that I can, that please bless me that all of the obstacles on the path of my bhakti are removed. Please bless me so that I am able to always stay excited, wake up early and perform my chanting without any, without my mind, with an attentive mind. Not that I'm just chanting simply like a machine. Hey Ma Durga, please bless me so that I can chant Krishna's name with a pure heart. That's what we pray to the demigods from, because if it was incorrect to pray to the demigods, and the gopis would have never done it. But what do we learn from there? We should never disrespect any demigod. We respect all of the sadhus, all of the saints, all of the demigods. But we know that for us, Krishna is enough, that Krishna is our Supreme Personality of Godhead. So when we are even praying, offering obeisance to any of the demigods also should be like, please bless me with Krishna Bhakti. Please bless me so that I can always remember Krishna. And the demigods also become very happy when we take their blessings and to progress on on the path of spiritual devotion, service. To progress on the path of Krishna consciousness. The gopis prayed to Ma Katyani that, hey Katyani, we are fasting. Please bless us that we get Krishna in the form of a husband. And husband doesn't mean like the relation that we have on this material planet of husband and wife, just the physical relations. Husband means owner. But the gopis were always situated in the transcendental pastimes with Krishna. It is not like the material husband-wife relationship. It's that I am a servant of Krishna. Krishna is my owner. Please bless us that we can have that eternal relationship with him and develop that. So the Vedas are all there. So everybody's that praying to the demigods. If you're praying to the demigod thinking that this is God, this demigod also is God, everyone is God, Krishna is also another God, that is incorrect. So when we follow the way, because Krishna is saying all of the Vedas also come from Krishna, they're manifested directly from the Supreme Personality of Godhead. But Krishna is describing this knowledge that one who is working in karma, this is what they will do. And we see that every single day. It feels like Krishna is speaking the Bhagavad Gita right now for this time period. So all of these activities that are described in the Vedas are good. But we are not satisfied with that because we're not disrespecting the demigods. We want to worship that Supreme Personality of Godhead, perform all sacrifices directly. Because Krishna says in the future chapters that one who is worshiping the demigods or offering sacrifice to them is praying to them, offering sacrifice to me, right? Indirectly, they're offering that sacrifice, that prayer, that puja, that havan, anything that the prayer that they're offering, the anything that they're offering to the demigod, it is actually they're offering it to me indirectly. So why not offer to Krishna directly? Why not offer all of the prayers, all of the sacrifice, all of the yajna, anything directly to Krishna versus offering it via a demigod? Yes, we should take blessings from the demigods like how the gopis did. But please bless me that I can progress on the path of devotional service for Krishna. Please remove any impediments from the way. We pray to them for all that. Because whatever power, just like, when we've gone through this example that if you have a person who's a director level, he may have an authority to sign a contract for just $100,000. Then you may have a senior director who may have $250,000 authority to sign. And then you have a managing director who may have a $1 million authority to sign. But anything above that needs to go to a CEO of a company if you want to sign a contract or spend more than $1 million anywhere. In that same way, Krishna also, when he delegated certain activities to the demigods, he gave them certain power as well. That Indra, you can do this much. That Ganesha, they pray to you, this is what you can do. So yeah, so lot of people's wishes get fulfilled because they're asking for all these small, small things. But if you pray to any demigod that please give me liberation, I want to get out of the cycle and birth and death, and you pray sincerely, they will guide you towards Krishna because they know that is above their level of authority. Only Krishna can grant that. Only Krishna can grant that liberation, getting out of the cycle of birth and death. For others, it is extremely hard, right? When we do that, to grant that. Maybe one or two may be getting granted, but that too, it's like very special cases, or they may have done something to please Krishna so much. So anybody praying to the demigods for some material benefit, they will get it. But if you pray to a demigod that please remove me from the cycle of birth and death, they will guide us towards Krishna and send us to Krishna. Only Krishna can do that. So Krishna is the CEO. He's the only one who can give us that liberation. Material things, any demigod can give us. So we should learn from this and continue walking on the path of devotional service by taking the blessings from the demigod, but praying directly to Krishna. Because this is just like if you are offering, if you want to give, if you know that, hey, this person is the CEO of the company, he's easily accessible, anyone can go and talk to him. But still, you go to his secretary and you tell him or her, can you give this to the CEO? Or can you give this message? I need this thing. Please get this approved. You know the CEO directly. You know Krishna directly is the original Supreme Personality of Godhead. Why not go directly to Krishna? Why would we go indirectly? So when we go to a demigod, we are going indirectly to Krishna. So all of the Bhagavad Gita shlokas also are tied with each other. Krishna is explaining over here that how the Vedas describe that you should go to a demigod or offer sacrifices to them. But in the future chapters, he clarifies more on this. With the mercy of Guru and Krishna, all of this comes together very nicely. So with that, we'll end today and then we'll continue tomorrow. And before we end, we'll chant together Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Shri Shri Radha Vrindavan Chandra Bihari Lal Ki Jai Nitai Gaur. हरि बोल। जय जय श्री राधे, जय जय श्री राधे, जय जय श्री राधे। हरे कृष्ण।